Hey, hi friends, this is Manish Ranglani and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be talking about one of the recent announcement by the AWS. It's about the AWS Chatbot. Now, AWS Chatbot is a service which AWS had launched a long time back. The recent announcement which they've done is the integration with the Microsoft Teams. Now, if in case you're already using this service or know about this service, there's already integration available with the Amazon Chime and Slack. Recently, a new integration service has been launched with the Microsoft Teams. So I'll be showing you a demo how you can integrate your Azure services with the Microsoft Teams for the purpose of ChatOps. Now, people who are not aware of what the ChatOps is, so it's a combination of two words, chat and the operations ops, combining ChatOps. Now, what's the purpose of ChatOps? So it is mostly used by the IT professional who are the platform engineers or the support engineers in order to do the communication, collaboration, and run the commands right within your let's say Microsoft Teams client. Now, what if I tell you, if you want to start a EC2 instance, you don't even have to go to the console. All you can do is write a CLI command right within your Microsoft Teams channel. Once that is done, whatever command that you are given will be executed by the AWS chatbot service. This is just one example. You can interact with n number of services within AWS. So the purpose is you have the centralized repository or the centralized control of all the services which are being used under the line. So how to go about it? There will be two part of this demo. In one part, basically what we'll be doing, we'll be installing AWS chatbot service within our Microsoft Teams. Once that is done, we'll configure the AWS chatbot service within AWS console, and then I'll show you the demo how that command can be executed. So to start with the part number one, now this is a Microsoft Teams I have, and what I want to do, so I have got one Teams here. Let's say AWS support. There's some team who's monitoring the underlying services, CloudWatch services, or they are monitoring the CI/CD progression. And there's a general tab channel which is available under it. So first of all, what I need to do, I have to go to the marketplace. So click on this apps right here and search for AWS. So this is the AWS ChatOps app. Click on it. So it is the one of the feature of AWS chatbot service. I'll show you that in the in the second part. So one, it's the purpose is the chatbot is basically an interactive agent which you can use for monitoring, troubleshooting of your AWS services. So what I'll be doing, I'll click on this tab and I want to add it within the my general channel under AWS support teams. Click on it, set up a bot. Done. So now basically that app has been added within my AWS support. So if in case you see, it has pushed a message. It is saying, hi, I'm AWS chatbot. I can help you with blah 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 things. So this is the part number one. We have successfully configured the AWS chatbot app within the Teams. Now the second part is we have to configure the AWS chatbot service within the AWS console. So let's move to the AWS console here. So you can search for AWS chatbot. Click on it. Okay, it is asking which client you want to configure. So in this case, we are using Microsoft Teams. Select Microsoft Teams. Click on Configure Client. It asks for Microsoft Teams channel URL. So how can you get this URL? Go to the Microsoft Teams. So click on this click on this three dots and get a link to the channel. Copy it. So here we are pasting the channel URL. Once that is done, once I click on configure, it will ask me to sign into the uh, Teams account and give me, we have to give the permission to AWS Chatbot. So let's say I'm using this account for that purpose. Okay. Okay, so now if you see, it has created a connection for AWS support Teams group. Is the name of our group, AWS support. And now what the next step is, click on configure new channel. So here provide the name of the configuration, let's say my config. You can check this checkbox if in case you want to have the logging enabled for this app. And the next is asking for the channel URL. Let's paste the same URL here. It is detecting the name of channel is a general. Now permissions, it is asking for the permission. So here two levels of permission could be set. One is either channel role or the user level role. So channel role, what it says, all the members of that channel will have same set of permission to execute the commands. On the other side, user level means a specific set of users in that channel will have the specific privileges. Okay, for this demo we'll select the channel role. So here what I'm saying, all the members in my channel will have the permission, same level of permission to execute the commands. A role we need to specify. So it will assume one role and send in notification or the output. It will to the MS Teams. So I have already created one role here. I'll be using that. So it says AWS Chatbot role. It's a role which I've created. Very important part, channel guardrail policies. So what it say, if you read, guardrail policies provide the detailed control on what specific action that you want to take. So for example, if you want to if you want to do the some permission, some activities on the S3, what level of permission would you like it to give? Okay, so what I'll be doing, I'll be quickly just checking the permission which I've created. I'll be assigning same set of permission to this newly configuration. Okay, so let's say I'll be using these three set of permissions. Let's say Amazon S3 full control. What next? I've got, let's say, EC2 full access. I'll be showing some of the commands that we can run for the EC2 instance. Next, let's say Lambda function also you can execute. You can even invoke the Lambda functions right within your Microsoft Teams. And let's say admin access. I'm just giving some privileges. And it says like only five guardrail policies you can use as of now. Notification, so all this notification will work through the AWS SNS. So I have already configured SNS within my North Virginia region, US East one. I'll select this region. Within that, there's a topic, and there are certain users who are subscribed to this particular topic. I'll say configure. Okay, so now the configuration has been done. Let's do one thing. Let's try to send a test message. Let's see what happened. So in case of test message, we should receive a notification. This will give us the confirmation that the setup has been successfully completed. So let's say send a test message. Okay, so here we have received the notification from the chatbot that your configuration has been successfully completed. Okay, so now let's try to play around with it. So I've got some set of commands, ready-made commands, which we can use it for this demo. So let's say I've got this EC2 instance which is already running here, okay, within my account. So what I'll be doing, I'll be triggering my CLI command. I'll stop this instance. Okay, so what's the command? So this would be the command like EC2 stop instance and the instance ID. This is the instance ID and the region in which I want to stop this a region in which my EC2 instance is running. So I don't have to go anywhere, right here. So if you want to give a command, say AWS @AWS. So basically you are giving an instruction to AWS chatbot. Select it. I want to stop the EC2 instance which is there in this region. Okay, so it has triggered the command and it will give me an output, basically sort of confirmation, like whether your command has been successfully completed or no. So if you can see, confirmation has been arrived. So it says, okay, so it is asking me what do you want to do. You want to run the command, any parameter you want to add, you want to cancel. I want to run this command. So here basically it also intellectually identify whether you want to give any additional parameter or not. So now see, it is giving me outcome. It is saying the instance is in stopping stage right now. The previous stage was running. So if I go to the console and this is my running instance, let me refresh it. It is stopped now. I am controlling the EC2 instance start from the from my MS Teams. Next what? Similarly, you can turn it on. Another example is, let's say if I want to see what all the AWS Lambda functions in specific region. So give the command to AWS chatbot and say, list all the functions which are there in a Lambda function in which are there in East US 1. It will go and run this command. So it is giving me a confirmation. Okay, so how many commands? There's a bunch of commands. It is written 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Let's see, do we have the 10 Lambda functions in our East US 1? That's right, there are 10 functions. So it has written the correct output. Even you can invoke the same CLI command you can use basically to invoke any of your Lambda function. Next, I want to see all the objects within my specific bucket. Let's say this bucket, my website, and let me go to that bucket. what I'll do, I'll trigger. Okay, so till the time it opens that, let us go to the bucket, and this is my bucket, my website. It written the output. Let's see what is saying. Okay, so it is giving me 1 2 3, so basically 3 files which are there: the error.html and home.html, and there's third file which is names.csv. Let's see, let's verify. So that's right, 3 files I have in that S3 bucket. So the idea is you can execute the CLS command right within your MS Teams channel. You don't have to hop it to multiple locations. If in case you are the operation guy, you're the cloud engineer in day-to-day job, you want to repeat, you want to automate the repetition of your work, this is what you can leverage for, for your use cases. So I would suggest go and identify the use cases relevant to your day-to-day job and see what all things you can automate. Okay, similarly uh, you can also it also operate in NLP, like natural language processing. What it says, if in case you want to get a help of any of the command, you can also get this. So for example, here I'm saying, hey AWS, show me all my EC2 instance in specific region, and it will identify the context what user want to ask, and basis that it will run the command and give you some output. All right, not only this, it also automate the alerts for the dashboards or for the cloud watch. If any anything goes wrong with your underlying system and alert triggers, you will automatically get an alert within your Microsoft Teams. Now, one of the important part for this is a costing. So you'll be happy to know, like AWS Chatbot service is free of cost. There's no additional charges for the chatbot. You'll only pay for the underlying running services, any service that you're using. Okay, and that is what it say. Any service, be CloudWatch, SNS, Guard Duty, okay, in the same manner as were you using without chatbot. So chatbot does not bring any additional cost for your consumption. All right, so that's what it is for the demo. I hope you like the demo. Thank you so much.